Hello, welcome everyone to the AusComX Drink and Draw Friday night, 6 p.m. every Friday. We're here to draw Niteside. Our special guest Bo's not here yet, so we'll just go without him. Everyone, start drawing.
G'day, everyone.
Hello, people at home.
Hello.
It's your boy.
Sorry, I was talking to my dog.
My dog's in a pen. Niteside. Right.
Yeah,
So I was looking forward to Bo telling us a little something about Niteside, but
yeah, so was I.
I wanted to.
So
I had
was
a few
I.
questions for him too.
I know you'll be here soon because Bo's actually said he was going to draw with us, so I'm not too sure what's happening because he was going to draw Niteside with us. But it might be a technical issue, I'm not sure. But he's not online on Facebook either, so.
Right. Okay.
And Ryan keeps dropping out again, which is no good.
One of those images that we got as reference, he looks like she's got some sort of power coming out of her eyes and her mouth. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that, and I wasn't sure what that was about, actually, because I haven't read the comic, so.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she was expelling some sort of demon or something, or if that was her shooting iron mouth beams.
I'm gonna sort of draw on that, like literally.
Oh, the puns.
Part of the part of my image, so I hope that is part of her character.
So, like Cyclops from the X-Men, can he see while he's shooting his power? So he's like, come here! And can he still see, or is it just like, all right, now I'm just shooting blindly?
That could explain why he misses things all the time, because you think being able to look at what you're targeting would make it so you hit it every time.
That's what used to give me the shits about him, eh? It's like, because if you look at something, you see it, so surely you'd hit it. And oh no, he's got like this fucking 90-degree beam and he can't hit anything. It's like, what are you doing, mate?
Maybe
but I'm the leader of the
off.
X-Men. He used to annoy me, Cyclops, eh? But anyway. So what I see in this Niteside character, and if Bo was here, hey Bo, imaginary Bo down the bottom right hand of the screen. if you were here, I'm wondering, would Niteside possibly have been based on Phoenix, Binary, the Teen Titans character? What was her name? Starfire, is that where Niteside's thing comes from? Then let's just wait a minute.
Can you hear?
Silent.
All right. I was looking a different way. I wanted to look the same way.
So you're keeping that to yourself, are you, Lee? You're not going to share that information you just got from...
Yeah, no. I thought I'd let Bo answer it, mate. But no, mate, I got to be honest with you, though. I'm quite a fan of Bo Jardine. Do speak to him a little bit. I very much like his stuff. On another note, for two fellas I haven't spoken to, Ryan Zeller, you did an excellent drawing the other day of a Killaroo thing in a hands and stuff like that. That was brilliant, mate. Well done. Peter J. Lawson, haven't spoken to you. I like your torn stuff, mate. You do really well as well. So good stuff.
No, you haven't. Oh, thank you. It's a work in progress with me still, but yeah.
Work in progress with everyone here, I think, mate. So
perfect.
Issue actually coming up really.
As long as we get there in the end, mate, that's all that matters.
Yeah. You're operating off your iPad, are you, Pete?
Yeah, got the old Surface Pro going.
Surface Pro, is it? That's what you're drawing on. What's the camera coming through? Is it coming through an iPad or?
Right now. Oh, that's just a laptop.
Oh, a laptop. Okay. Yeah, I'm on a laptop too. The camera and everything's. You must be. Where you're in Melbourne, aren't you?
Yeah, my reception's in too.
Me, in Gippsland.
Gippsland.
You know, where all the water is right now, where it shouldn't be.
There, mate. Yeah, you got a bit of flood.
Yes, I've seen those pictures. A lot of water. Lake Gippsland.
Well, I couldn't even get into it. Unfortunately, for those that don't know, I work for the local television news service, and I couldn't even get into work yesterday. I got trapped in my town.
Trapped in your town.
Wow.
Yep. Could not get out of town.
Get out of town.
Young lady.
Hey, Pete, on another note, mate, I really like those photos of your new little dog. What's that called? Pepper?
Yeah. She's a little,
very, very nice.
Porky cross.
Very good.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's the way, mate.
We've got someone from Colombia watching us.
Woo! Snorting the old cocaine.
Oh.
Snorting.
Yeah. G'day. Bogota.
Isn't that amazing, hey, where all this stuff goes?
I'm just going to go for a sec to wipe my son's butt. He's 28. He should know how to do it by now. I'll be back in a sec.
Right.
Have fun.
Oh, dear.
Do that.
28 months, maybe, but I don't know what
Makes me laugh. He's a funny dude. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, I got your comics the other day.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Now, can I just say, you're the first person do you do this for everyone? I don't know if you do, but the little personalised business card with the drawing on the back of it, of Lee, and a thank you. I really, really appreciated that and liked that. I thought that was a really nice touch, mate. And that's an excellent comic, mate. Excellent. Both of them are, I should say, but particularly well done, mate. So.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate your parts giving me that bit of feedback and that. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. But if Spedsy was here right now, which he's back, he'd say, yeah, Lee loves Di. Like, he gives me a bit of curry about that. Oh, Lee loves old Dave Di. Don't you? I've heard you say that.
You know what? He's jealous, mate. Jealous.
Well, you know.
If I had curry, I would not be giving it away.
You got to share that
curry.
love, mate. But you do share that love. I've heard you express lots of times how much you've thought about different people. I don't know if Spedsy actually was involved. I was on the receiving end of any of those compliments, though.
No, Spedsy knows I love him, mate, because he's one of the few people that I actually, amongst yourself, there's Shane and Spedsy and Dave and stuff. The other three, you guys, I love you now because I'm actually meeting you and stuff. And look, man, I love. It's just love's love, man. It's a good thing. So, you just got to keep doing what you're doing.
What was it? Jeff Fennick. I loves yous. I loves yous all.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. He's a funny guy. Got a head on him like a half-sucked mango, but, after being punched in the head so many times, I guess you can't blame him.
Well, he been punched around the ring a few times, mate, so...
he has.
What's going to happen?
Absolutely, mate. Poor bugger.
Yeah, he's quite a nice guy. I met him a few years ago.
Did you?
Quite a few years ago.
Great boxer. He was a champion.
Yeah,
boxer.
he was. We had a
What's that, mate?
Australian intercontinental title fight down here at Traralgon quite a few years ago.
Yep.
Which I had to go and cover, which was a hell of a night. Never filmed boxing before. It was an education. And, he was sort of there at the launch. It was quite a nice fella.
Yeah. No, and he was a good boxer.
Peter enjoyed that comment. Half sucked mango. Sorry, I'm a bit slow. I'm talking to Bo. He's having some troubles getting in.
Oh, is he? No. Geez, tell you what, wasn't a bad State of Origin game the other night.
Unless you're a Queenslander.
Well, would you like me to tell you? I'm in Townsville, and my work that I do is in the city, and that's about 300 meters away from the stadium. So I'm on lunch in the city the other day, and mate, I don't know what was going on, but everyone was whistling. It was just whistle, whistle, dog whistles, 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 dog whistles. I'm like sitting there, and I got to tell you, by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, half of the people that were going to that game were shit-faced. It's like, mate, I don't know how they even saw the game or if they remember it. There were people tripping over in the street. There were like, oh mate, it was on. I tell you, like it was. Yeah, I sat back on a little bench, man, there watching it. It was quite comedic for an hour or two, but geez, it was a pain in the bum to get home.
Yeah, I forgot it was. That's right. It's in Townsville, wasn't it?
Yeah. Dave, I know you like doing Australian stories, mate, based on war. So any veterans out there, don't take offence to this, but I got home and I saw the score and I thought, like, well, at least Townsville's on the map for creating a State of Origin Gallipoli. It's like, oh, mate, it was devastation. Like, poor buggers.
Yeah, they poor old cane toads copped a hiding, didn't they?
Oh, didn't they? What? Yeah.
Speaking of Dave's comic, I read Dropship 15, the first part of Amazing Tales last night. It's so cool, Dave. I had no idea that there was such a sense of humor to it. I mean, I guess I should have guessed by the cover, but I had a really good time. I thought it was so cool. The way they were speaking, the dialogue was freaking so fun.
Was that number one that you got, mate?
Yeah.
Or number two?
Yeah.
Number one.
I got both, but I just only read the first one so far.
Oh, yeah. Well, that first story, Office Romance, it's sort of based on true story. Very loosely. It was inspired by something that happened when I was in the army, yeah. So
yeah, right.
Very loosely. But I enjoyed writing that one, and obviously illustrating. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Dave, mate, your stories, because I mean, now we're talking about them, because Spedsy's obviously had a read too, and a lot of your stuff, obviously, that you're writing, your sense of humor, because I've had the opportunity to meet you a few times now, obviously, we've had plenty of yarns and stuff.
Yeah.
That obviously, yourself comes through in the comics you do. So that's obviously something that over time you've just developed with yourself. And it's a cathartic thing for you.
Gary.
Hey, Gary, how are you, mate? Is it a cathartic thing for you, mate? Like with the stories, like even if you take them to a slightly sci-fi level and that sort of thing, man? Or is it just something you come up with? Because I've never really spoken to you about your creative process.
Yeah, I think I draw a lot of that stuff, like you say. I've got my military background and that, and I've always had a strong interest in history and military subjects. And then also being in the army for 28 years, sort of, that's what I know.
Yep.
So it just comes out without having to force it. It just sort of, that's where I base a lot of my experiences, my stories on my experiences.
Yeah, right. May I ask what your character Lee is based on, mate?
Oh, mate. Who's she based on? She's not really based on anyone in particular, I don't think.
Yep.
Just
a design you came up with one day, or
yeah. The character sort of developed.
He's on his way, Gary, I believe.
Yeah, his technical issues.
We should get Gary on. We should draw Jackaroo.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, while Gary's listening, Shane,
draw along with Gary.
Yeah, hit him up, Gary. Do you want to come on? Not next month, but the month after. We've got spare spots.
Right. Put it on him. Poor fella. Oh,
yeah.
Hey, Gary, while you're listening, would you like to come on the CCCX show on a Saturday morning and talk your wares, mate? How's that? Come on, Mr. Challoner. Australian legend.
Nice.
Can't wait to display his no thanks on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, he probably will. Actually, he'll probably shoot me down. I'll go to bed after that. I'll be like, I've tried, Shane. Sorry, mate. I'll see you tomorrow.
Nothing like putting him on the spot, is there?
Oh, he's thinking about it.
Oh,
well, that's not a no.
It's not a no. I guess that's a no.
Just put his name up.
That's a no.
Hey, well, I've never been shy, mate. You don't die wondering, eh?
Oh, well, nothing like being honest.
That's right, mate. That's right.
Know where you stand.
Got a message from my buddy. Got a message from my buddy the other night. It was just a couple of photos. He was playing Pictionary. It was the first time he'd played Pictionary in about 10 years. The last time being when I was over at his house drunk and we were playing Pictionary. And there's a whole bunch of us, and I drew some of our mates doing crazy things to some of our other mates, and use your imagination. And then he put the pieces of paper in the box and put it in the cupboard. And 10 years later, he thought, "Hey, kids, that I didn't have previously, let's play Pictionary." And they go to get all the paper out, and there's some of those images that I drew in my younger days of my mates making love to my other mates. Good times.
Oh, mate.
Oh, good times.
What are they doing, Dad? Wrestling.
Yeah.
Is that you, Dad?
What are you doing, Uncle Spency?
Gary, I'd say we are all dodgy, mate. So thank you for that compliment. I can't deny that.
I have nothing to say.
Did you see that, Ryan?
Who was it that said they thought of Phoenix when they did this character? Because I'm drawing this as Phoenix.
This uniform thing I just said before, that's going to be murder doing that.
There's one where she's wearing a whole heap of armor. I don't think you need to attack that one. I don't think.
I'll try and do this one. It's just a
technical issue. Facebook user, technical issue.
Is he still trying?
He's still trying. He's trying to give me a screenshot of what he's seeing when he tries to get in, so I can help him. But he's having trouble getting to me now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's only got his phone, so he would be doing it on his phone.
It's only his phone, so he might be having a bit of trouble.
Oh, right. Remember when I tried to do it the first night? Shane, I tried to set my phone up and it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't you say the streaming thing doesn't seem to like Apple products? Or like
it seems to be fine with It doesn't like iPads or Macs, but it doesn't seem to have a problem with iPhones so far that I've seen. Other people have used iPhones, but now that you say that, I'm pretty sure that Bo has an iPhone. So it could be the iPhone that's the issue.
I mean, I've done it on both my iPhone. I'm on my Mac right now, so I don't know what that tells you. Nothing. Something.
Maybe it's
Stay tuned next week for more Tech Talk. Last week we got to the bottom of the difference between a point and a pixel.
I thought
That's true.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, I was watching last week actually, and yeah, and the point and the pixel thing had me transfixed for a period of time.
There was some amazing. Gary's right. There was some amazing Lieutenant Smiths last week. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Dave actually
Thanks,
solved the problem by the end of the show, I think.
Yes, by about halfway an hour in, I think it was.
Yeah, but I can't remember what it was.
It was like 4 points to 1 pixel, or was it 4 pixels?
The other way around, I think. Might have been the other way
For those
around.
who missed it last week, here we go again.
Yeah.
Now, JPEG versus a TIFF. What do you reckon, guys? Who's got JPEG? Who's got TIFF?
Oh God.
Oh, JP versus a TIFF. As in, what do you want to do? Clarity?
Speak of the devil,
I'm
Dave
just
DeVries.
talking shit.
Hi, Dave.
He loved the
Oh, g'day,
Lieutenant
Dave.
Smiths from last week.
I was. Okay,
They
that
were
was
awesome.
Dave DeVries. Shane?
That was Dave DeVries, I'm guessing, because he said
Right,
he loved
yeah,
the
g'day,
Lieutenant
Dave.
Smiths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
g'day, Dave. I missed it. I was trying to. I was looking at an image of Niteside here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I should read them out because most of you will be looking down at your drawings.
Mm.
Yeah, Shane.
Yep.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on,
that
mate.
bloody
These
Shane guy.
sponsors, mate.
That bloody Shane guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, I don't know how to help though.
He's an excitable fellow, that Shane.
People have been saying that for years.
Is that about Shane? Excitable.
Excitable or helping both?
You have to clarify, Rob.
Now we can see you, Dave.
He said he doesn't know how to help Bo. And I said, people have been saying that for years. So
Ah,
I'd say it to his face. It's not an insult. It's just a light-hearted
No.
jab.
well, you know Bo, do you, mate?
Yeah, a little bit. We have a regular sort of Zoom chat with a few of us that I'm lucky enough to
Yes.
partake in.
You're right, Peter. Peter Lane.
Yep, Flash Domingo would be cool.
Yeah, I agree, mate. That's a bloody great comic series. Flash Domingo.
that'd be hard.
and the Jefferoo.
Okay. There, guys, are we getting something?
I've got something.
You're showing, are you?
I'm just showing where I'm
Oh,
at.
yeah.
Trying
Looking
to get
good,
the
mate.
bottom of it first going, but
That's good for it.
Shane will pop it up.
It's going to show up.
Who's trying to put theirs up?
Show up at all? I can't tell.
Rob did a second ago.
Oh, yeah, cool.
oh, nice, Dave.
Nice.
Look at you.
Very cool.
Nice.
Mine's going to be
Got a lot of
crap.
glare there, Peter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I can sort of see what you're doing.
It looks
not
good.
a good. Not a good. I'll message you,
Bit hard
to
to
you, Shane.
Yeah, just do that. Message it or email it, whichever.
Oh, I just got a message over there. I've got the internet here. So.
Now, you reckon Niteside can? I think she can levitate or fly or something.
Yeah, she can fly. Yeah,
Man,
she
from
leaves
my
like a trail behind
recollection,
her.
Yeah, like, mate, from my recollection, she's quite dynamic, to be honest with you. She leaves like this big lightning bolt thing that she flies with.
Black,
I don't know.
swirly. Used to get me a full screen.
Yeah.
Shane, do you know you've left it on Pete's head?
I was about to say that.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. So I'm still trying to hit both.
I mean,
so I'm like, I'm
nothing wrong with
split
Pete's
between-
head. There's, some people might want to see some other heads.
Nobody needs that long.
Pete might get a complex if you would think we're all looking over his shoulder. Now, does Niteside fight for good or for evil?
Does she fight at all?
Maybe
I
she
know
just
she's a
fight for
superhero.
herself.
But
Maybe she
I
just
think
hangs
she's a
out.
superhero, but I think there's a dark side to it from what I've read.
Right.
But she is classed as a superhero, so I guess she kind of does the good things.
Well, you can have good and bad, can't you?
Yeah.
Hey, Tony. And so she hangs out with Dwayne Johnson. Is that the go?
Tony Menzies, how are you, mate?
Sure.
Thanks,
there you go,
Tony.
Shane. Should have it there now.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm just got to upload it. Yeah.
That's a
And I
different
should
rock.
have to go back here and get rid of that.
You know what I've done? I've got the two lights coming out of her eyes, but
Yeah.
they're on the same plane, as in one's over the top of the other. So I'm a bit stuck as to how I'm going to draw that.
White out, Dave. Big line. Book straight down the middle. That's another secret trick of Lee.
Here's
well done, Pete.
Whoa,
Peter's.
Whoa.
Peter!
Peter
Holy
Lawson.
shit.
Look at you go, mate.
That's freaking great.
Oh, yeah.
I got inspired when
just
you
me or
mentioned
is it-
penis.
Is
I was
the
about to put
your
mine in. I don't think I will now.
Peter, did you just
Awesome.
do that then, or have you been going since like 4 o'clock this afternoon, mate? Because it's like, that's
Mate,
fantastic.
I didn't know I was going to be on this until like 5:45.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
better.
he was given
Well,
about 6 minute
wow, good
warning.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's killing,
I told,
man.
And
I
was
told
at
him just
work.
before he logged
I
in.
still had to buy tea and come home.
You came home, thought you were going to have a quiet Friday night, and Shane and Spedsy got on to you and said, "Oi, mate, you're booked."
Yeah, pretty much.
And now that you're in the rock,
This is a good thing today. I've had a tough day. So.
Aesthetic.
That's great.
It sounds really
You know
bad.
one thing, I'll tell you.
Peter's impressed, Peter.
Thanks, dude.
Every time I come on here, hey, I always get motivated by everyone that's on here. I always think, man, you guys are awesome. And that's not just you guys, but everyone that is on this show. Blow my mind, man. I love
What I like,
artists, man.
Everyone but that Shane guy.
I don't like when you watch this.
Yeah, well, Shane, you
Yeah,
can bloody, you're not like a slouch, mate. You should have a trundle one night.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you much. Bit of A4 paper and a pencil, mate, and you're off.
That's right.
I'm having trouble
Yeah,
just
yeah,
getting
yeah.
people's heads off the
Do
screen.
it on top.
I'm distracted enough to get people's heads off
How
the
much is
screen,
a
so
pixel?
you know.
How much is a pixel?
Actually, you know what? I'm looking, like, I just looked up and I saw my big bald head and I thought, you know what? We could get some advertising for this show. Let's get someone on our fucking, and we'll and we'll tattoo it on my head, mate. And we'll just heads down, you know, like we'll Coca-Cola brand my noggin. Like I don't
It won't be hair for men, that's for sure.
fucking hell.
What about who does the hair transplant?
You know something, Riley? In about 15 years, you're going to wake up and look in the mirror and think,
Yeah.
what happened to all that hair?
Yeah.
You got a couple.
At
of
least
years
I'm.
to go.
Hey, at least none of us are going out and getting those bloody hair tattoos. Have you seen the new thing? Go out and get your head tattooed, so you'll never have to shave it again. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, I'm just going gracefully, man. You know, like I just took it to it. Fuck it, shave it. Boom. I'm not. I'm see you later. You know.
Yeah. I got to that point. I was like, oh, I'm sick of this. And back up paying the hairdresser all the time. I bought $30 clippers and just do it myself.
Same, mate. Same.
Yeah. I got my missus to do mine.
Mind
There
you,
you go,
though, I'll
Lee.
tell you what, I'm struggling with this
ComX tattoo.
fucking eyebrow I got. And the older you get, the older you get, the more hair grows out of your nose and your eyebrows and your ears, man, the less on your head. What's up with that?
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey?
Stops growing. That's it. You're not
Fucking hell.
I'm starting to miss all that talk about pixels now.
All right. I think I'm going to start inking. We're halfway through, yep.
Yeah, we're about halfway through, so good timing.
Time flies, doesn't it? You know, before we started tonight, I was thinking, geez, I feel a bit crook. I might be able to bloody do the draw.
Oh, that's not good.
Once I got in the chat room with you blokes, you've best medicine around. I feel real good, man.
Oh, good
that's
stuff.
awesome.
Got
to laugh, mate, don't you?
That's right.
Well, I'm awake now. I've only slept 2 hours since 6 a.m. yesterday.
Oh, my goodness. No wonder you
How are you going to
bloody-
be in the morning, mate? Do you want me to send you a wake-up call? Hey, set yourself a reminder for this show.
I already have. I did that while I was still awake.
You know what's funny, Shane? I set myself reminders for the show too. Oh, yeah. Saturday. You got to have a laugh, eh? What's life without having a fucking chuckle, mate?
I've
You're
got
not
to
laughing,
tune
you're
in
crying.
on time tomorrow. I often miss the start of the show. And Wednesdays,
Oh, yeah, because we started early. Yeah, we start 7 now because what we've done is with the Wednesday show, we were getting so many people interested in coming on, we were sort of running out of room to do them all. So we're doing 2 guests a night now, and that extended the time. And I didn't want to go later, so I started earlier.
Yeah, right. I missed.
Otherwise, the show would have gone till 10 at night.
Yeah, I understand that. But I missed Brad. Brad was tabling opposite me at Melbourne Supernova, and Brad Daniels.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
cool,
Brad. Well, we're trying to get him back on the show to do reviews. Actually, he's going to come on not next week, but the week after. In the last part of the show, where we review and talk about comics rather than interview someone, he's going to come on and talk about some comics he's read.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well,
I met Brad I met him at Supernova as well, and we were talking, and then there was sort of a lull in the conversation, and he looks at his wrist and he goes, nothing new on the watch. And then that's just acknowledging that we'd fucking run out of things to talk about.
He's got a very dry sense of humour, that bloke.
Yeah.
And he's very witty. Very, very, everything is a bit like Spedsy, Lee. Everything you say is going to be a joke. Best way to
My whole
be.
life's a joke, man.
It's all an act, Dave. I'm dead serious, man, when I'm home.
Right.
I'm like a hot knife that cuts through butter, mate, you know?
I'm sure, mate. Yeah. We'll have to talk to Tam about that. Just really get to the bottom.
Tam's reaction to me is just a dickhead. Don't worry about it.
What's the real Lee Chalker like? Tell us the inside scoop.
Well, you know what's really weird, actually? Shane.
We're going to get the inside scoop.
Yeah, well, Shane and Jerome have actually asked Tam to go on that Wednesday night Oz show early in August, and she's agreed. So I've actually gone and seen a lawyer, and she's got a 565-page contract that she's got to sign about certain angles she can't talk about me. So, you know, I've got to keep this illustrious and, you know, like figure going. But no, you'll probably find out some truths on that one, let me tell you.
Yeah. Look forward to
Will
that.
you be on the show as well for that one?
No. Tam's her own person, my man.
She's going on there as a co-creator of co-writer on Battle for Bustle.
Absolutely, and Marathon, which is coming up.
And Marathon, yep, that's right.
He's right there. So, Rob, we were talking the other night, mate, and you probably don't have you enjoyed it, but we had a funny moment talking about something the other day, and Tam was right behind that. So, no, Tam's right there, mate. She's her own person. God love her, so she can get on there. She's 100% right involved in Battle for Bustle, man. It's just she doesn't like doing a lot of the speaking and stuff, but no, because she likes Shane and Jerome, she's comfortable, so she's going to jump on and tell you what her side of things are instead of everyone listening to me, I guess. So,
yeah. Do you want to mention anything about what we spoke about the other night and your process and stuff, or is that secret squirrel?
Oh no, we can talk about that if everyone's interested in it, if you like.
I just didn't know if you would have had allowed me backstage and no one else was allowed backstage. But if I can tell people, I'll tell people.
I don't care, man. Like Tam and I have developed. I don't know if it's unique, but we've got our own little way of doing things creatively and stuff. So Rob and me and Tam were talking about something the other day, and it developed into a story idea. And, you know, Rob, I guess, you know, very diligently and quickly jumped onto the idea as we did and came up with a short synopsis. And probably about half hour later, the poor bugger was introduced into a readback of his synopsis with Tam and I doing sound effects and speaking over the script and stuff. And that's just how we do it. Tam and I act out things to get ideas behind what the individual character is thinking. Like I don't know, man. I don't know what everyone's processes are, but it just comes natural to me and Tam, and we have fun with it. And you sort of get a few more ideas, and that's how characters develop and stuff. But it's all good fun for us, mate. So don't get me wrong. It's not all fucking roses. Sometimes we definitely, as writers, disagree. You know what I mean, like in creators and stuff. But no, it was good. So Rob got a taste of that. I'm just thankful that he's probably not going to belt out the recording of it. But, knowing him now that I've said that, he probably will. But, these are how things go. But
it was a very surreal experience.
Tam's a silent partner, I guess, mate.
Yeah, I played it to my wife, and she was like, "Wait, what is this?" And she very much knows who you are from all the, I was on with Lee and Shane and all this sort of stuff. Like, she knows your name and stuff. And she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, this is Lee Chalker." And she's like, "What is he doing? Is it like a one-man show?" I was like, "No, you can hear his girlfriend in the background. She's doing sound effects." And like, "What is it?" And I go, "I wrote this." What? And I was like, I sent him a synopsis for a comic we might do together. And his method is to act it out. So they're acting it out. And she's like, oh, okay. And I was like, don't worry, it is a bit weird. It's cool. Everyone's got their way of doing things.
Well, you should see it when it comes to the fighting scenes in Battle for Bustle.
Yeah.
It's that's why my head looks so good, because it's like usually I'm the one on the tail end of, what does that sound like? Whack! Oh, Oh, thanks, man. You know, we got that sound effect. But no, that's just what we do, mate. We have fun. That's right.
Sounds good, mate.
I came away from it actually a little bit jealous. I couldn't believe like how hands-on your missus is, and how like you found a kindred spirit creatively. And like if I turned to my wife and said, "Let's act this out," and she was like, "The door's over there. You go act outside, whatever you want."
You got any sex things in that, mate?
Well, yeah, that's what I sent him. I said it would have been super, because at first I thought he was going to send me a video, and I was like, "Thank God I didn't send you a." There was a sex scene in it. Would have been real awkward, or real hot. I'm not sure.
No, mate. I guess every individual just has their, you know, like, I mean, I started doing this a long time ago by myself, and Tam, over the years we've been together, is right there, you know, like it just things and then on speed. Yeah. And it's just something, as you know, the longer we've spent together, the more comfortable, you know, we enjoy theatrics and we enjoy having a laugh and trying things like that and stuff. And for us, it helps out with the creative process. And you know, I don't give a fuck. It works for us, man. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I'm glad Spedsy had a laugh. And like, if other people don't, you know, if they have their own way of doing things, then God bless them. But that's just a portion of how we do it, is it?
No, I mean, after I laughed at the craziness of it, I was like, then I started picking holes in the writing, because the way you were saying it, I'm like, I should have done that better. That bit doesn't work. So like, there's a method to your madness.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like I've sold you out, I'll tell you my creative process. A lot of
Betsy, I'll never talk to you again.
A lot of my big breakthrough story-wise happen in the shower. I stand there and I slap my legs to songs.
See you, Gary.
And I play songs on my thighs, slapping away, and I'm just running the story through my head, and that's when I have my little breakthroughs. So it's not as, I don't know. Is that
shower,
weird?
Yeah. Slapping your thighs.
Everyone's got their way, mate.
I didn't say they were my thighs.
Oh, well. You know.
You did actually.
No.
How many thighs you got, mate?
They're chicken thighs. Too many chooks.
Too many chooks.
Yes. Yeah.
Branding.
Indeed.
Oh, good.
Quickly, within arm's reach.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not. You have to look back.
Not with my headphones on, yeah.
I
actually listened to the show the other night where you sold me out to that dude that had all these comics sitting there. And I was just listening, and then randomly like, "You're doing a Rob."
Who was that? Morgan,
Mark.
Mark.
Mark Abner.
His last name?
Abner.
That's it.
This land.
Oh yeah.
This
the
land.
Kiwi.
Yeah. The Kiwi
dude
Scotland.
living in Scotland. That's him. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a nice looking comic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice covers and that we saw. I couldn't see much or any inside art, but the covers were looking very nice.
Well, I'm not totally sure, but I think Bo is watching us on YouTube. But he's not commenting.
Okay.
He said he can see us. He's saying he can see us, but he can't get in.
I want to know more things about Niteside.
Niteside. Yeah, so do I. I was hoping to ask some questions as well. But I guess when we do the rock, I might get a little bit more organized and try to figure out how to get him in here well before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bo's nude. Okay, nice.
Bo's nude?
Well, according to Dave.
That's the real reason.
It probably is. That's what when the first time I contacted Shane. I said, Shane, I was
nude? Was I? Shit.
Well, that's sort of the impression. I sort of It was about 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and we were messaging, and I said, Shane, it'd be easy if I talked to you on the video chat. And he says, oh, hang on, wait till I get some pants on. So I had to wait a while. It took him a little while.
So Shane's like one of those secret news reporters. He only wears a cap and a shirt, and everything else is out of comic view. So it's all ready to roll, mate.
Yeah. You don't want me to stand up. Let me just say that. That's why I point the camera up, so you don't see.
I'm glad you just didn't turn it on, mate.
Actually, I did a story. Years ago, I was doing a news story with a fellow who was then the leader of the National Party in Victoria. And I was meeting him on a weekend at his office. And he was running late, rocks up, he's in a singlet and shorts. He runs in the office, comes out, suit, shirt, tie, still got the shorts, in a big gun. Didn't bother putting the whole
nice.
Well, that'd be my good film, mate.
Oh, well, Dave's nude as well, so it sounds like they're having fun.
Wait, I think, is Dave in the
fantastic.
I think Dave's
Dave's down. Where do you come from, Dave? Barossa. So you've been hooking into the old South Australia red wines tonight, mate, and you got the kid off listening to this.
The problem would be if he's just at the
You know what? You could send Dave a link. He would actually know Niteside back to front.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Can I?
Just give him time
to turn the camera off, though, because he's new?
Yeah. It'll get us more viewers.
You know, one thing that I've noticed about, and that one thing, like if you're listening and you can write, mate, it's a bugger you can't be here. All of the monikers, the names that you've been through, I'd love to know the meaning behind that. Like, you know, obviously Bo Jardine, there's Beaumont America, all that sort of stuff. But the one thing, I went through my Australian comic book collection the other day, and I'm 100%, you know, like familiar with like Jason Paulos and all that sort of stuff. But I've got a couple of issues of Hairbutt the Hippo that I collected.
Mm-hmm.
What struck me is that Bo was the writer. And I honestly, obviously with Niteside and the Rock, he's the writer, but I didn't realise that Bo had written Hairbutt the Hippo. And I'd love to know whether that was a combo of Paulos and Jardine, because that's an interesting combination, man. And his writing's really, really good. And yeah, just an observation. I got heaps of Australian comics, man. I've been following this shit for years. It's it's all good.
But the Hippo, I thought Jason did it all himself.
No, hang on, give me a second. There it is. There it is. Right, here you go. Hairbutt the Hippo. First one I get my hands on. There you go.
Oh yeah, yep.
And here we go. There we go. Story and art, Jason Paulos, and this one is from March 1993, published quarterly by Rat Race Comics, and the script is by Bodine America. And
that's the other name you said he's got.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome comic book, man. Like seriously, I bought this 28 years ago, and I've still got it. It's in good nick. I still look at it, and varying other things. It's like, but no, that's a cracker. Back when Australian comics used to be $2.95.
How much? $2.95.
I've actually got a couple of the.
Yes, he is Peter Lane
there somewhere.
Oh, here we go. Dave DeVries. Bo was pretty much the writer of Hairbutt. Jace added the odd bit, but for most part, it was Bo.
Bo, right.
There you go. Thank you, Dave, for clearing that up. Excellent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's good to have all these knowledgeable people tuning in and listening to us gab on a lot of crap. Surely, aren't we?
Yeah, but it's cool, man. Like I said to Shane the other day, man, like community is unity, man. Like all of us, there's no race or anything like that. It's just all good, man, just to get together and have a yarn and do this sort of stuff. I enjoy it immensely, man, you know?
Me too. Yeah, this is the sort of thing I was looking for years, you know. I joined those different Facebook groups, and a lot of people sort of don't want to talk to you much. I used to get paranoid, because I'm an old fogey, you know, I'm old fart, and people aren't interested in talking to old blokes, and you know. But
so that's why no one talks to me.
Really good. That's right, mate.
Dave,
it's the grey.
If they don't
the grey
talk to
hair.
you, mate, they're missing out, bud.
Yeah.
Knowledgeable and nude. Nice one, Dave.
Yeah.
Knowledgeable and nude. The old Barossa Valley Reds kicking in double time there, Dave.
That's the name of his autobiography.
Getting me?
Oh, hang on, let me boost that up.
Look at that.
That's friggin' awesome.
Sweet.
Wow.
Makes it easy just doing all those black legs and that. No black hair. Bit different than doing that handsome, mate.
Oh.
All those guns.
All those guns.
You know what? I'm so proud of Hanson, but by God, man, I tell you what, there's some days that I come down here and I'm like, I've got to do a splash page of Hanson, and I wonder, I feel like slapping myself, eh? But
Thanks,
anyway.
mate.
Oh, and the other Peter.
Dog.
Oh.
Hey, Peter's everywhere.
I just setting you up.
Cheers, mate.
We're getting a few comments
Thanks,
in now.
Dave. Good on you, mate.
Hey, well, we got Dave on. When are you coming on the CCCX show, Dave?
Who? Dave DeVries or Dave?
Yeah. Oh, and Dave Dye. You haven't been on it yet. Shane, get your diary.
Get your Dave diary.
Kaping.
The pose made that joke.
Yeah, mate, I'm available most Saturday mornings or all Saturday mornings.
Oh, awesome.
Just got to go feed my horse, and then I'm right.
So
what time
you have an actual horse?
Yeah, I got a GG.
Yeah. Because Dave,
where,
what I love is
Peter's
a couple
up
of
to.
weeks. Oh, that's good.
Sweet.
Hang on
Peter
a second.
Laws.
Don't let it down. Oh yeah, mate. But Pete's got a head start on us. He does bloody American, what's a Wonder Woman and that, and Billabong and all those. He does them all the time. None of my characters.
Yeah,
look
I've
like this
gotten kind of used to it.
Oh, hell. Shit.
Oddly enough, like even a year
Comments
ago,
galore coming in.
the concept of having a draw terrified me. I just couldn't do it.
Having a what, mate?
They all came out in really bad.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Yep. Sorry, I was just reading through the comments. We just got a crap load of them all at once.
Right.
Dave DeVries is back in a few weeks on this show.
Right.
And we're doing, I think it's Night Fighter.
Awesome.
Night Fighter. Right.
Oh, what did that say?
I was just saying, can we say what it is?
Yeah. I thought it was like, can we tell them, Shane? And then you're like, no, we can't. Quick, get rid of it. Shane and Dave are working on a secret project.
Ah.
I sent you mine. I sent you mine, Shane. I think I'm finished.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, wow.
Rob and I are working on a secret project too.
Oh yeah.
Not very secret.
Yeah.
No, it's not,
So
is it?
secret, we told you all about it.
Yeah.
Best sort, eh?
Hang on, I just got to.
You know what blew me
Keep
out,
talking
Rob?
about
Is we were talking, and then like 30 minutes later, you're like, "Here's a synopsis," and I like read it, and I'm like, "Damn, that man's on fire."
Yeah, it's just the way
Speaking
my
of Rob-
brain works, I guess. Yeah. When I
Speaking of Rob
start,
being on fire.
I start.
Yeah.
You showing his favourite picture, are you?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
That's
Fantastic.
awesome.
That's in the real Spedsy style. Very good.
Everyone has such distinct styles, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you reckon that's the distance that we all have between us? You know what I mean? Like everyone's developed their own styles, or what do you guys as creators and artists think?
So you think I've got a Bayswater style? I live in Bayswater, so that we all draw the same.
Yeah, yeah, we'll roll with that. Well, I've got a Condon style. I live in Condon, Townsville. You know? So, you know, we can call it that.
No, I don't know. I think it's just your influences as artists that you. Oh, you know, that's what my style would come from all the artists I've admired over the years, bit by bit. You know, it's just sort of.
Who would be among your influences, mate?
Thanks, Pete.
And also, it's just kind of stuff you've lived, things you've taken in and not even realized that you've taken in.
Yeah, yeah. Chris Pitcairn, I have to say that every time I look at your artwork, man, I get a little bit jelly, man. I always think to myself, like, motherfucker, he is good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
No, you inspire me, man. Every time I look at your stuff, I think to myself, like, woo, that dude, man.
Thank you very much.
That's all right, mate. You deserve credit. You're a hell of an artist, mate.
Yeah. Yep.
Agreed.
That's correct.
Well, I try.
I endorse your statement, Lee. I reckon you're dead right there, mate.
Well, I guess speaking of, mine's now just about dried enough. It's not finished, but it's just dried enough that I can actually hold it upright.
Look at that.
Oh,
Well, there's the
wow.
reason they're playing what they're playing.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Crazy
Bo
moon thing
will
behind
love
it.
that.
Yeah, that is Bo's sort of style.
Yeah.
I will dig that one.
Yeah.
See, beautiful.
Yeah. Well, what's your? Oh, you're in fashion design or something, were you, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I originally, when I was 20, went to NIDA to study costume and set design. And I worked as a costume designer for a good 6 years after I graduated. And literally, it was a couple of months before COVID hit. I kind of started going, you know, I wasn't really feeling it anymore. I was kind of like, I kind of done as much, I've gone as far as I feel I could go. And oh, thank you, Tony, in the comments. But yeah, I kind of gone as far as I felt like I could go, and I wanted to do something different, and I wasn't sure what. And then, yeah, one day I got a call from my dad saying, you know, I showed your work to Nicola Scott, and she reckons you might be able to make it as a comic book illustrator. And I was like, I guess
Didn't she find a fucking treasure chest, mate?
Yeah.
What you reckoned you give it a stab, did you, mate?
Well, yeah, I figured, you know, if you know, after chatting with her, it was like, you know, if she reckons I should give it a go, then, you know, maybe I should. Just maybe.
Yes, if you know, I think you're getting a pretty good endorsement if you're getting it from Nicola Scott.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's one talented creator, mate.
Thank you. And yeah, it was literally like I did one 10-page comic, and I was like, "Yep, this is it. This is what I have to be doing. This feels
Right.
very, very right."
You enjoyed it that much,
yeah.
Good on
And just immediately to Nicole was like, give me more stuff to draw.
Yeah.
And I basically haven't stopped.
Good on you.
That's from Bo.
Convey my dark agree of the night.
What does that mean?
He also sends his
comment
relay his
from Bo.
apologies for not being able to make it on.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. We wish you could be here.
We'll work on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a shame. I will have to next time I have him on. We'll sort something out beforehand to make sure.
Yeah.
We had a huge windstorm, wind and rainstorm yesterday.
Yeah.
And so like heaps of this area lost power. And so my sister and her son, my nephew, have been here most of today because their house has got no power and we've got power. And so they were freezing cold and, 5-year-old kid going nuts because his school had no power and all that sort of stuff. So he was just leaving. And I'm a sappy old boy, so I needed to hug him goodbye.
You got some tissues there, mate? I got one here.
Let it flow. Get those emotions out.
Let it all hang out, mate. You shouldn't be holding that stuff in.
That's right.
Oh, don't worry, I don't.
Are you an emotional sort of fellow, are you, Rob?
More than I'd like. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I found out? You drink too much wine, you get a bit emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Something about wine works, buddy. It'll catch you unawares sometimes, that stuff.
Up where I'm from, mate, up in North Queensland, right? Some of the people walk in and, I've been at a bottle before and they walk in and they ask for man, lady and boat. And when I was younger, I used to think to myself, because I'm not a wine drinker, I'm a beer drinker, I used to think, like, what is this man, lady and boat? But then if you go and get one of those $7 cooler bar, casts you get, those 5-litre ones, there's a little picture of a man and a lady in a boat. And that's what they walk in and say. I'd like a man, lady, and boat. And that's what we all know wine is up here is man, lady, and boat.
See what happens when you rush things and you in this, your buddy smudge your ink here and here.
Nah, it still looks good to me.
Yeah, still
White out,
great.
Dave. White out, mate.
Still
trying to
great,
get this done in an hour.
Awesome.
Got some
I can always finish it after this. It's not a competition. Even though Rob thinks he wins every
challenge,
week.
mate.
I've won every week, but yeah, still not a competition.
I like the challenge of trying to get
defending.
it done in an hour. I got some white out here.
I love whiteout. In actual fact, I'd like to say to Bo Jardine, since I've got that original variant cover of Battle for Bustle, man, your artwork has taken me to whole different levels, man, in terms of like seeing original stuff. Whoa, good shit.
I thought you were going to say you're going to write his name out.
Nice one, Ryan.
Oh, man, I just, sometimes you can see things in print and that, but when you see him like in, boom, right there, you're holding them.
Yeah.
And you can see the little intricacies and stuff like that, brush strokes, all the things. And, because, Dave, like black and white artwork, man, you don't have a lot to work with. You can't hide things with color and stuff. So once you're black and white, you're pretty much, you're hanging your balls out there, man, Yeah, no, he veered me off into a whole heap of different stuff, old Bo. It's with that. So for that, Bo, even though I can't talk to you, mate, thank you for that, man. I mean that very much. So I appreciate that because it just veered me off thinking and totally, what to do. Whiteout doesn't have to be used for mistakes. Whiteout can be used to,
you can draw
encourage a shape and things like that, man. Like it's cool shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bo, he's just sent in what he's drawn while we've been here.
Yes.
Oh,
all right. Oh, the rock.
There she is with the rock.
Look at that.
Yeah, right.
She's coming out of like a genie.
Oh yeah, out of a lamp, is she?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not way off.
No, it looks like she's like a mist, like I Dream of Genie coming out of the.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bo.
Yeah,
wherever you're watching from. I don't know where you're coming in from.
Bo's Townsville, Queenslander, or what?
I think Bo is Sydney, if I recall.
I think so. I was meaning more. I didn't know which app he's coming through there, Dave. Is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Because we go to Facebook, we go to Twitter, we go to Twitch, we go to YouTube, and we go to a couple of groups. So I'm not sure where he's watching us from. That's what I meant.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So he's having trouble. He's Sydney. There you go. He's from Sydney.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Geez, mate, you're an encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia.
A nude encyclopedia.
Botanica.
That was Dave DeVries, mate.
Yeah, but he's encyclopedia on Bo. It's the
way you have to explain worked together for a long time while it is clear, mate.
I got it. You didn't need to explain.
Hey, Shano.
Yes.
Mate, when's Tad coming on for everyone to draw a Dark Nebula?
Next week.
Oh, I can't wait to watch that. I won't be with you there, guys, but geez, enjoy Dark Nebula. I love that, dude.
You're not fronting up for that, mate?
No, mate. I'm going to have a couple of weeks off because, I mean, look, if you got to give. I'm always here, man. Like you got to give. There's so many other people out there that deserve a go at this, mate. And if you really want to see my big ugly mug, mate, you can catch up with me and Shane and Dustin on a Saturday morning, man. I can barely live with myself for 7 days, man. I'm sure 2 hours is enough for you guys a week, you know.
Shameless plug. I love it. I got to learn to do these.
Yeah, Shane. That's the way, mate.
Now you make me feel bad because with Zach not here, I'm the only person that's made every single drink and draw.
Yeah, but Rob, you're awesome.
Oh, yeah, you have too. Well, yeah, I don't really count, so it's all good.
And you know what? You poor buggers, you're going to get me in every Friday during July. Isn't that right, Shane?
That is correct.
For the ComX Presents Noir series of characters.
Yeah. Oh, hey, so I won't be allowed in those ones.
Yeah. No, you're allowed in those ones. There's only 4 people that have to be, and then there's another 4 spots for anyone else who jumps in.
Oh, okay.
So you can keep your record. You can keep your record.
Yeah, keep my record intact.
Unbroken streak.
Yeah.
That could get into the Guinness Book of Records, Rob.
Yeah. I just thought he was posted an awesome.
Who is
that's Alex Major.
Alex Major. Hello, mate. I saw you on Saturday and I was wondering, who is that?
Last week we had a major drawing a lieutenant. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, mate. Lieutenant.
Yeah, what's the go with that? Because is one correct? Is one said by the Americans and one said by us? What?
Yeah, we say British.
Oh, is that what it is?
We come from British way of, our background. and
Yeah.
our army at lieutenant. Yanks lieutenant.
Yeah, see, I think I low key offended Dave when we first started writing together. I kept calling Lieutenant Smith LT Smith because I used to watch my favorite TV show used to be Tour of Duty, and the lieutenant in that they called him LT. They were like, "Hey, LT, this, LT that," and he was my favorite character. So when I saw Lieutenant Smith, I just read it as LT Smith, and she's called LT, and he corrected me, and I was like, "Oh shit, I've stepped in it." Day one of writing together, and I've insulted his character.
Yeah.
There you
go. LT's okay, mate, because that's the abbreviation.
Okay.
And that's the same in the Yanks and there you go, British Navy lieutenant. But it's still not lieutenant. Hey, what colour was yellow? When was that invented?
I did work in a comic book store, and I tried to sell someone on the fact that I pulled out a random comic, and I said, "This is actually the first appearance of the color red." And they looked at me like I just said it with such confidence that they almost believed it.
Yeah, Alex, too late, mate.
He's still in for the drawing. Sorry, drinking. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, good on you.
So, yeah, whatever. I can't talk.
You're going to say it's time to.
I don't know about red, but I know a little bit of something about yellow.
Is that a pea joke?
No, that's a
no, I need jokes explained.
It's had to do with the Spanish Inquisition and stuff like that, Rob, but let's not go there.
I thought it was a weird pea joke. Be like, I don't know about green, but I know about yellow. Am I right? I pee a lot.
No,
you need
mate,
to drink more water if it's yellow.
You don't drink like 4 liters of water a day. You're pretty much fucked, mate. So it's like,
So Lee, where are you up to?
I wouldn't call it spring water, but anyway.
No,
ready to show?
Who?
Yeah, I'm just about
you, Lee.
done.
Yeah, hang on, man. Speaking of spring water, I'll be back.
Who mentioned that? Who got him thinking about that?
Actually, if you guys need an update on my wiping my 28-year-old son's butt, he just turned 5. Actually, he's not 28, and we had a rule that now that you're 5, you have to wipe your own butt, and so he turned 5 Wednesday, and he refused to wipe his own butt Wednesday. He refused yesterday, and today, because Daddy was on a stream, he gave it the old one-handed go, and he did it right, I think. There you go for everyone playing at home.
There you go.
He did touch the paper after the wipe, and because he had to point it out to me, and then so I had to tell him about it. Now, don't touch your face. You go wash your hands with soap. But
well, that's an education too, mate. Learning about your cleanliness routine in your house. All right, I think I've got something to show you now.
Oh, yep.
Nice work, Dave. Cool. Oh, you did white out.
Yeah, that this stuff coming out of our eyes, I'm not happy with that. I've got that force in there.
I like it too.
That's not there. It's
cool.
supposed to have some sort of thing wrapping around it, like cool. Flames or something.
I'm not sure.
The legs.
I haven't read enough of the comic.
Yeah, the body and all that was really easy, and the hair was just doing that pattern around her of the thing going up around the torso was quite a challenge, and that stuff coming out of her eyes.
Oh
yeah. I think I need a heavier pen on that. I used a 0.5 for that.
Oh, there we go.
The pencils.
Very good.
Oh, yeah, I can make it out.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Excellent, mate.
Oh, wow.
Geez, you get a lot of work.
Scary.
There's a lot of work on that page,
love your
mate.
line work, man. You just did such busy line work. It amazes me. It sends me out every time.
You got a lot of stuff.
If I try to do line work like that, my stuff just looks as messy as all hell. I really admire it.
And you're working on A3 too. I'm only working on A4.
Mate, honestly,
machine.
I don't know. I would do everything on A3, and sometimes I'm sitting inside and it's like midnight, and Tam's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm trying to ink this drawing for like 3 days."
It's like, why don't you just draw stuff?
Yeah. You know what though? I have thought about that, Peter, and I don't know, man. Like I'm a bit of a stickler. It's what I've drawn on, man, and it's like I just keep sticking to it. And Alex Major once said, you know, he said to me and Dave Dye one night, like, and there it is. Have you guys ever tried digital and stuff? I'm not against digital, don't get me wrong. Whatever output you require as the creator to do whatever you have to do, God bless you, man. But since I was a little tacker, I've always been pencil and paper and stuff like that, and I don't know why I've always been A3 and stuff, and it's just one of those things, you know, like you put your sock on the right foot, you put your sock on the left. I don't know if, you know, it's just a habitual thing. But thank you all for your kind compliments, and thank you all for your awesome artwork and contributing to the show tonight. It's been excellent.
Do you mean you weren't actually drawing digital 35 years ago before it was possible?
No, mate. No. Actually, it was so long ago, Shane. Rob, I used to give myself my own tattoos, mate. You know, like you get a little needle and you get the big pen and you'd pour the ink into the cup and, you know, you'd tack on, like, you know, that sort of stuff. No, I'm just full of shit now. But
I drew on a tablet when I was a kid, but it was with a hammer and chisel. And
yeah.
Bo says hello to everyone. Loving the work.
You've been attacked.
Hey, Bo.
Hello, Bo.
Hello, Bo. You got David Bowie cranking on in the background, mate.
Yeah, I know. You're very cute.
Well,
Ow.
I just sharing the screen.
I just with finishing touches.
Yeah, that's a good one, Rob. Very
good
nice.
Old IMG 14012.
Right.
Yeah.
File number.
Ever since I was a little tacker, I used to call my drawings IMG _.
Good titles, catchy titles. You got there,
How you going, Ryan? Can you hear us? You cut out a lot, I've noticed, so I don't know if you can hear us properly.
He's a good artist too, man. Ryan.
Oh, Ryan's awesome.
Yeah, you, mate.
It's you, Ryan.
Down the bottom, brother. You're excellent. Good on you, pal. And he's got a black flag shirt on. How good is that? Henry Rowland, man.
Yeah, he's got some artwork. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, unfreeze.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We were about to talk about pixels versus whatever's them, but that now looks awesome.
That's insane.
That's
well done, mate.
That
Excellent.
That's awesome, man.
Very good, mate.
Hopefully, the nickname Lee gave you doesn't stick of Bottom Brother, because that might sound weird to some people.
Hey, spoken from the devil's toilet creator, Bottom Brother. Maybe that could be your next arch nemesis. Look out, it's the Bottom Brother. You know,
coming to sit on a toilet near you.
About all.
Sorry, I'm just checking things here. Everyone went quiet. What I say?
Probably all I'm going to get. So,
you keep cutting out people.
All I'll get done.
He's just sent me a picture. Oh, why?
Oh, he's sending you all.
Yeah.
All he thinks he'll get done tonight.
Okay. Just send it. Yeah.
Sorry, I've just got to upload it to the program.
You guys might not be
Almost
able to
there,
hear me,
Pete.
but I can't hear shit here.
Oh, okay.
Chris,
Oh, all good.
No, I heard that. That came through well.
yeah.
Peter,
Yeah.
nice.
Excellent, Pete.
Yeah.
Well done. Look at
I
that.
smell a torn Niteside crossover.
Wow.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Have to now.
Mm.
Look at that.
Actually,
work.
a Billabong Niteside
Very good.
story. From that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hey,
Awesome
Pete,
work,
well,
everyone.
you better get Gary Della with Bo Jardine to work something out, man, for a Billabong Nightside crossover.
Yes, it'd be interesting.
Would be. Two powerful Australian female characters, mate.
Actually, I would really like a Billabong Lieutenant Smith crossover.
Hey, I'll chuck Lieutenant
I reckon
Smith
that'd be
in
great.
there as well. Look at that. A trio
Lieutenant,
of fantastic
you guys.
#1 Lieutenant Australian characters.
Yeah.
Some people
Nice
never learn.
That's something for them to think about. Hey, that'd be #1. Boom. All
Yeah,
the way.
Nightside, Billabong, Lieutenant Smith, the Devil's Toilet. Just a nice foursome. That'd be awesome.
Oh, Dave DeVries, done. Boom.
Awesome, awesome.
You know what's funny though?
I don't know if
Ryan
I can
can't
see these
hear
or
me,
not.
but Ryan and I actually have a little link in knowing each other, even though we've never met, because the lead singer in Ryan's band, the Viper Syndicate, is the missus of a very old mate of mine, Craig. And it's strange how the world is so small, because I out of nowhere contacted Ryan Vella, I don't know, a couple of months ago and said, mate, are you the bloke that knows these two people and stuff? And worked out, yeah. So Ryan, good on you, mate. Nice knowing you, even though I sort of don't, but you know people that I greatly appreciate, and they greatly appreciate you. So in a strange way, it's a small world, isn't it, mate?
Well, everyone's
He
showing their
approves. That's an
pictures.
improving face.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, we've got a finished one.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button.
I don't know if you can hear me. But I'm hearing
Yeah,
bits
that's
and
excellent,
pieces.
Chris.
Excellent.
Oh,
That's
you're working
awesome,
OT,
man.
anyway.
That's freaking awesome.
that's really
Yeah.
cool. Those drips coming
Okay.
down.
Oh my
I can
God,
guarantee
it's
you,
no
man,
problem.
Dave's going to love that.
Look at
Okay.
that.
That's awesome.
Geez,
Moon be
it'll take me
dripping.
a night- it'll take me an hour just to do one of those flowers.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true.
Oh,
I tell
yeah.
you what, I reckon no, I'm not blowing smoke up my own ass, but I'd love to see all of you guys have a crack at Hanson. I don't know, you'd probably need a 5-hour show to do that. It's like, but looking at all of that, woo, blow my mind. Oh, Dave, stop it. I'm going to be picking up pieces of my brain in the morning, man. Look at that shit.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's a lot of guns.
Unbelievable.
He'd be hard pressed to miss. How does he load them all?
Well, Rob,
Don't ask me.
Rob, that's up to the reader to imagine that.
Yeah,
He does it.
that's a
I've
why does
got
the
all
devil's
these
toilet's
things
arms
to your
just bulge like
imagination,
thing?
mate.
Yeah.
You can't see
I've
the
got
other
my
hand.
theories on that, and it
Once I
starts
load
with
the
great
guns.
difficulty.
Rob, that's what he does all night when he knocks off work. He goes home, loads his guns
Yeah.
all night. And then
Yeah.
he's got all day
Getting
to
ready
shoot
for-
them.
Getting ready for work
That's
the next
right.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, mate. You
Sorry,
know,
honey, I'll be
very
late to
often-
bed.
Could you imagine cleaning them? Holy
Yeah.
shit, you'd be there for a week. Hey, Hanson, we've got a mission to go on. Yeah, I'll be with you in 9 days. Like, you know.
Guns.
So, yeah.
It's a minute. Just clean them the block.
I guess he doesn't need to calibrate him at least because he's already shooting every which way. It's not like he's aiming.
No, that's right. No.
Well, the weird part is, man, I always wondered why no one had ever had a character that didn't have lots of hands and guns, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I drew him with like 5 hands and guns originally, and then one day, you know, me guys, it's like, you know, I don't mind a beer and stuff, and you know, I probably got a bit tipsy down here and went a bit Burko, and at the time I thought like,
Woke up the next morning, you had 100 more guns than you planned.
That's right, Rob, and I liked it, so I rolled with that. So beer, guns, guy and a cow, creation. That's it. That's my secret.
And then his poor sidekick holster man, who's just got 138 holsters.
I'd hate to be the poor bastard stitching his bloody cape and cowl back together, man, after he's shot 5. You know, like he'd be walking back into the old Aggle Christy, I've done another cowl, you know, and there'd be some poor old lady that go, oh, shit, you know.
His missus will hate him, mate.
Missus would hate him, all right. Hey?
Not because he's a gun-toting madman, but because she has to stitch up his cowl every night.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
That bitch is cool with the homicidal maniac bitch. She's cool with that.
I noticed that when I was reading because he appears in the 3rd issue, and
he does.
I noticed his cowl looked quite raggedy, so I'll be putting that bit into his that drawing as I complete it.
Nice.
Yeah. It developed because I missed the line, mate. To be honest with you, I had pencils and the ink went, what? Oh shit. I got to cover that up somehow, you know. Like, all of my creations have always been mistakes, man, to be honest with you. So it's, and that's the truth, to be honest.
Well, I read a thing on Wally Wood, and they reckon he was one of the greatest inkers of all time. And he used to laugh because he'd say, they're all my mistakes. I bloody inked too much, put too much there. It didn't look right, so I just thought I'd make a silhouette out of that one. And then I'd go on to this or make a shadow there or something like that. And I'll go,
yeah, that's why Bustle became so smoky.
Covering up the mistakes.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. Like, if you saw the original pencils of my sort of stuff, man, you'd thank God for Tam.
Once you start putting the once you got your ink lines down, well, this is the way I operate. When I put my ink lines down with a nib, then I come back with the brush and put in the dark shadows. Some people work the other way. They put in the dark shadows or the dark areas, and then they work in the lines and stuff. But I go the other way. I do the lines, and then I'll come in with and put in me shadows. It means quite often I'll ink over some beautiful hatching. I'll do some, oh, gee, that's nice hatching. And, oh, no, I've got to bloody cover it all up with ink now and do a nice black shadow over those nice lines. But once you put that solid blacks down there, it really gives the depth and the contrast, and it really makes the image start to work. And it's
Yeah.
So I love it.
Hey Dave, you should try ash in your cigarettes in the inking too, mate. Another accident.
And then you get that sepia tone that you get, mate.
That's right. That's right. God, I sound like a bloody redneck, don't I? Yeah, I ash in my ink, don't I? You know, North Queensland, you know. What? There you go. But anyway. She's what I love. Yeah, you got to be, you know, hey, I love all this sort of stuff, man, talking about this sort of jive.
It's creative.
Hey, Chris Pitcairn, down the bottom down there, mate. Are you very crisp and clear with your inks, or do you have a little mishap every now and then, mate? Be honest, come on.
I have happy accidents that I learn to work with.
Yeah, I've got kids too.
That's good.
Happy accidents. That's the new sign for the birthday parties.
Put it on the birthday cake. Yeah, lovely.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, I mean I did most of my comic stuff all digital, just because with the turnover with that Nicole and I try to keep up, it's just most of the time faster. But there have been a couple where I've wanted to try doing a page by hand, and there have been one or two occasions where I'm like, no, have to start that again. I've buggered it up.
Yeah.
Just throw it out, screw it up. No, it was one of those things when I was little, I would only ever draw in pen, and my parents would say every so often we'd hear this almighty scream, and we'd go upstairs and I'm just scrunching up pieces of paper and throwing it around the room because I've made one mistake. I couldn't have it. I couldn't be happy with it.
I find that when a few times that I have used the iPad, you know, I do the iPad or I've got a Cintiq and that, but using that, I'm often undo, do a line, undo, do a line, undo, or do 3 or 4 lines and undo a lot of them. You're doing it on pencil, you put it down, and it just seems so much easier to do it in pencil because it's there and I can work around it. And I'm just happier to do it in pencil and not on the Cintiq and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually treat it the same way. I largely treat the tablet like it was a piece of paper. There are advantages sort of, you know, in editing and stuff, but when it comes to actually like, you know, putting down the way you want it to be, I treat it much the same. And if you happen to, you know, you penciled it up and you realise your eyes are a bit, oh, well, tough tits. That's just how you've done it. I could fix it and, you know, digitally squeeze something around, but that's how you drew it. I don't want stuff to be computer generated still, even though I do it on a tablet.
Yeah. I think it can, if you can maintain that, Pete, that's good. You know, if you can discipline yourself to do that. But I think a lot of the time, probably with me anyway, speaking about myself, is that I'll take, it'll slow me down because I'll go back and try and fix it. And, you know, before I think, and I
use it with advantages. Of course. There are things you can do with it that are advantageous to do. But at the core, I don't want what I do. And I'm not rubbishing people that do it this way, but you see some stuff people doing digitally, and it's super clean and super sharp. You know, everything is amazingly. I like a little bit of roughness. The ink line, you know, it's a bit more organic.
Yeah.
But and that's just me. I'm not knocking people that go the other way. Like, but yeah.
No, well, that's
we all have our own ways.
Oh, we all do, mate. You know, like and that's the beautiful thing about talking about it is because we can all pick up. You know, what works for one may not work for another, but you know, like what works for someone else. You know, like that. When I'm assuming that everyone here is all in their different locations, and you don't get to show a piece of artwork to someone and they can sit there and go, oh, this is right, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is right. But you're right, Peter, about it's an organic thing. You know within yourself what's comfortable, and there's no right or wrong when it comes to drawing. It's like one thing that I don't have children, but one thing that, you know, kids.
Cheers for watching, Dave. That's awesome.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for watching.
Kids love drawing and kids love creating. And they get to a certain age where it seems to me to be a little bit frowned upon by certain adults, you know. And, you know, and then they try, you should do this, you should do that. I think what you're saying is like an organic process. Is like, you know, I mean, my God, man. What would the art teacher of Jackson Pollock have said, you know. And then there's a man who does blue poles and sells it when he's passed away, obviously for like $2.7 million or whatever in its day. Like, there's no right or wrong whether you like it or not. It's just whatever becomes natural and feels good for you. And that's what I think. I'm witnessing
that's what
artists here that are doing what's right for them. And realistically, man, like that's what all that matters.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
as long as you're proud, man, of what you're doing at the end of the day.
Well, I have Bo's last picture here. I'll just hit the right screen. He's inked.
Yeah.
Some of it, anyway.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Dropped it on the floor. It's a bit unfortunate.
He's on paper.
He's on paper. Well done, Bo.
He's on paper. Yep, on paper.
Yeah, that's excellent.
I think
fantastic. I wish this was bigger screen. It's only it's only that big, mate. It's only small.
Yeah, the people watching will get a bigger screen. If you watch the rerun, you'll see a bigger screen.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's
because you can go full screen of your computer, but as a participant, you only see this little screen.
Yeah, no, really nice.
So on that note, I think we might wrap it up, guys.
Nice. We've hit the hour real quick.
I'll promote. Oh yeah, sure.
Everyone will have heard about this book, but it's currently only $1. Pay what you want digitally on Gumroad, psychogenitor.com. Just click it. You can get it for $1. So just while lockdown's on, I put it up cheap. So grab a copy or not.
What was that copy you're holding there, mate? It looked bigger than normal comic.
Yeah, I do. I draw them A3. No, I printed it A3. What? Double-sided. He has other comics, but no, it's not.
Amazing that one. Torn, get your torn.
Torn, nice.
What's Ryan got up there?
Has his own books posters.
Nice. Nice one, guys. Well, thanks
for having us, Shane.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And word up to all the LTs, lieutenants, and lieutenants out there.
Lieutenants.
Like that,
all three of them.
Oh shit! Can you tell I've never served a day in my life. Respect. I played paintball once and I got so scared. I got shot once with a paintball and I was like, then I was walking around the whole time going, oh shit. And I was like, this is what war is like, but to the power of 1 billion. Holy shit.
No,
I got shot in the head at paintball once, man. Fair in between the glasses. It was a random shot, God, it took me down. And then I stood up and the bastard shot me like 6 times in the guts. It's like, come on.
No, Alex, I missed out this year I was booked, but COVID gave me the wobbles, so I missed out on Sydney Supernova this year.
I will be at Sydney Supernova.
Awesome.
I'll be scribbling away.
Good on you, mate.
Wish I could be there.
Catch up with Alex.
Go grab a Ledger Award nominated book.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Give yourself a plug, Chris. Give yourself and Nicole a plug before you go, mate. What's the name of your book? What is it, man? Fire away.
So we'll have Hell Courses in for sale, which will be the first time it will have been available at a con, which is over here.
Beautiful. Is that hardback?
Yeah, we've got
lovely
covers, but we've also got a couple of hardcover ones, which are really, really cool. Nice. And we will also have Fox and Hound #4 and #3 out, and I don't think either of them have been debuted at a con yet either. And yeah, I'll be there drawing, selling prints. We'll have a couple of prints from the Kickstarter available. So yeah, come along and say hi, and
Good on you, mate.
Shane,
Chris, congratulations, mate, on your nomination, and Dave Dye. Good on you, champion.
Thanks, mate.
Please note that Chris had his comic at arm's length. So
Yes,
it's
I
not just
did.
me.
I think he's learned from the master.
I'm under strict orders.
Get on your feet. That's the way, mate. Benny
All
Hill,
right, fellas.
Benny Hill special.
Good night, all.
Well done, guys.
next
Good
time.
on
Thank you very much. Awesome art, as always. I look forward
Thanks
to
for
seeing you
having
next
us, Shane.
time. Yep. Cheers.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.